guest of today, which is also a breeder. She comes from Sweden, so we go up to the north. I'm, of course, talking about Kathleen Olsson, one of the most successful young breeder new breeders that we have, European breeders. She is a woman. She is such a successful woman. She's a Swedish breeder, and she's also a national judge. I think that through the years, Kathleen has really developed her type of Arabian horses, which is quite recognizable for everyone who has trained highs. Her horses has won the championship all around the world. She has sold horses to all around the world. For a few years. That is, of course, Magic Magnifique, because she was a lover of black horses. She is a lover of black horses. And tonight she is here with us because I really want to get to know something more about what she's doing now, her breeding program, and her goals. So, Kathleen, let me accept her. And if you have questions, just text me so that I can ask her. And here she is. Ciao, Kathleen.
Ciao, ciao. Good
How are you?
evening. I'm fine. We finally have some sun here in Sweden, so we are super happy. We had, yeah, I know in the rest of Europe it's terrible hot, but here we actually have rain like every day, so it's quite terrible.
Well,
but now we have the sun, so all is
you
good.
will not miss hay or grass, at least.
Normally not, but actually we had a very, very dry June. So this was a little bit of an issue. And then we had this July coming and only rain. But okay, we are happy it's not like in Greece or in Spain,
Italy,
so we should not complain.
This year it's a little bit better because we had some rain, but like last year the hay situation was worse. So very expensive, not good quality, and this can be a
No, this is a problem.
Come to Italy. As you can see, we have a lot of sun, so you can come.
I see. I hope
so.
soon.
Kathleen, thank you so much for your time and to be here with us. It's really a big pleasure for me.
Thank you.
I
have
so many questions for you. Actually, we wrote down because like you are such an inspiring woman, and you know I admire you. I told you so many times. So let's start. You started with the race horses.
Yeah, sure.
Correct?
Not really correct, because I was not a breeder of racing horses, but I was riding racing horses, Arabians, yes. So yeah, I started to ride
with the
Arabian
race horses. And then you were
yes.
in love with the black horses, or you were in love with Magic Magnifique? Because this can be both sides.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I was in love with Arabian horses. And when I start with black horses, it was actually really not the plan, because I was looking for a riding horse from the beginning. So I was 20 years old, it's now 20 years ago, so a long time ago. And I found a pure Polish black stallion for riding. So this is actually the story. So I ride this stallion, and we were competing a little bit in different categories, like Western riding, dressage, a little bit like everything. But I kept this stallion in a breeding station for riding horses. So I get interest in breeding. And also I had quite a lot of requests in breedings for this stallion. So I started to take stallions, mares from outside for breedings. And this is actually the way how I start with breeding. And as he was black, I get interested in the black Arabian horses. So I think like 1.5, 2 years after I bought this stallion, I bought my first mares. And it was 2 black and 1 bay mare. So this is the story about black horses from the beginning.
I didn't know much. I thought, but then of course when you ask.
Yeah, for sure. And then when Magic Magnifique came into my life, it was first I had a request because he was black. But for me and for many other people, he has so much more in the black color.
You had so many beautiful experience with this horse. Since I know you, you were already with him. And I remember I was looking at your picture with this black horse. Like it looked like just stunning, for a...
Yeah. Yeah, he was
So,
special for
Kathleen,
sure.
tell me, as I said when I introduced you, I think you are really one of the best, yeah, young, let me say, young breeders in this industry for all what you achieved because of your horses winning around, because of the type that you created for your program. As a breeder, tell me, how did you do that? Like, how did you manage to choose your mare and really start your breeding program?
I have to say it was all about passion, and it's still about passion because I'm so passionate about Arabian horses, and I will say I'm a Arabian horse freak. So if I would not be, uh, so passionate about the horses, I think I would not be here where I am today, because it's also a very hard way, and I start from scratch. I had no parents that like horses. I was not growing up in a farm. I start with a pony and the riding school, and I just had a passion for Arabian horses. So slowly, of course, I start with quite good mares, but not super high quality. And slowly, we improved the breeding program. So I have to say it was all about passion. And step by step, you also learn and see what is your vision and
Of course.
what you
Which is
want
the
to breed.
greatest lesson that you learned during these years?
Uh, I guess is listen to other breeders with respect, but also dare to go your own way, because there are always people that will say, don't use that stallion, don't do that, do this. People always have a lot of different ideas, and yeah, you should listen to other people and people with experience, but also dare to go your own way, because this is what I did.
That's fantastic. That's a very good advice. And what about
Yeah.
your type? Can you describe me which is your type of Arabian horse?
I like prettiness. And I think if you should ask me what kind of horses I have in the stable, it would be pretty horses. So, of course, type and beautiful faces is important for me, but also complete horses. Um, and this is very important for me also with the Broadmers, that they both have type and prettiness, but they should also be complete. And my idea is a little bit like with the mares we have is pretty, but also complete. So you can also choose stallion that only give the little
Understand.
extra.
And you are from Sweden. Is there any difficulties in being a breeder in Sweden or not?
Yes, I will say it's a little bit heavy because of the climate, of course. We have very long winters. We have a lot of mud, sometimes snow and ice in the paddocks. So this is a little bit hard for us, not too much for the horses because they get used to it. They can always have blankets and everything. But this is a bit heavy. Everything is also quite expensive here. Like the veterinarian care is big different from Sweden and, for example, Italy. Big different. We have so much higher cost here. So this is quite hard. Also, of course, we live a little bit far from all the other countries in the middle of Europe. So for shows, for example, we have many hours traveling. Also for visitors. But then we have other good things. We have like a lot of land. We have a lot of green. And we also are a big horse country. Horses is
How many Arabian
very
horses you
popular in Sweden.
count in
All
Sweden,
kind of horses.
approximately, if you know?
How many we have? Uh, I don't know actually. I don't know. We have not too much Arabian horses
Okay.
anymore, but we have a lot of
And there
horses.
are many
Yeah.
Arabian horse breeders or not?
Not so much anymore. In the past, it was a lot of breeders. Sweden was quite blooming with Arabian horses before. And we had the big stud farms like Blommeröd and these famous stud farms. But like in the rest of Europe, unfortunately, we're not anymore.
Also difficult.
So
Time
maybe I should.
is changing. We did a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
changes all
it
around the world.
does.
So uh,
Yes,
it is what it
for
is.
sure.
Actually, how do you see the future for the
Yeah.
Arabian horses in Europe, Kathleen? This is a big question.
Oof, this is a hard question. I really don't know. I have to say in Sweden now, I feel a little bit positivity, so that's good. In the rest of Europe, I'm not really sure because there's not many horses in the shows anymore. The riding, I don't really know. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I hope that breeders continue, of course, and I hope we will have new breeders. But
Yes,
it's a
I
little bit
agree
tough
with you.
situation.
And let's go back to
Yeah.
positive things. The last time I saw you, we
Mm-hmm.
were in Stroen, so this was just a few weeks ago, in which you have the beautiful success with your beautiful filly, which is a Shanghai dog, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something
Yes.
about how does it feel to see your horses, your bred horses, succeeding around Europe and around the world? And especially tell me something about this filly.
Yeah, but it's of course amazing. You know, I'm super nervous every time, even if I'm out a lot and judging and everything. But if when it's my horse, I'm super nervous. Um, and of course, to win, that feels like it's like you have something back. You know, you put so much energy, your life, money to breed these horses. So of course, even if you know the quality, you never know which shows because the horse can have a bad day or whatever, hard concurrence. But to winning something is always like to have something back. So that's really an amazing, amazing feeling. And Almanda, that's her name. She's 2-year-old and she's out of Almaltiglio. And she is the first daughter, so of course she's very special for us. Yeah. And she's amazing filly. She's very, very elegant, very showy, and for me, a very nice
Almanda,
Arabian type.
she's Italian, was a very big step for
Yes.
you, no? I had,
Alma,
yeah, Alma,
yes, yes, for
sorry.
sure.
From the moment,
Yeah.
I remember the moment you purchased her and I saw her coming to Sweden. From that moment, I saw a big change, man. So, what this mare represents for you?
Of course, she was a big dream come true. You know, I think I never should have a mare like her in my breeding program. And I also remember her from the past because mostly of the people in this business, they know Alma because her unique look and her attitude and everything. So of course it was an amazing step for us. We didn't really know what she produced because she had few offsprings, but we know her quality and the pedigree behind and everything. So of course for us it was a big step, and she's still
I'm
one of
sure.
my favorite in
And
the
now
stud farm.
recently you also purchased another jewel, a white one, the amazing pedigree, amazing mare. Can you tell me something about her? Yes.
Yeah, I think you mean Shalina. Yeah. Yeah, and it was also amazing. She's a Child Dream Desert daughter, and she's born in Brazil with Murillo Cammer. And she is out of Selina K. There is Murillo K. Borsalino K. So she has amazing dam line too.
Wow.
She's now in foal with Wadi Al Shakab. So let's see. Yeah, she's almost got gray, so it will be a gray baby. At least this we know. But it's also a very unique mare with amazing eyes, quite classic type, but beautiful,
Fantastic. I
beautiful
can't
type.
wait to see what you will do with her, what you will produce.
No, not me
So,
either.
Kathleen, let's go to a more personal point of view. Uh, I know you are not the
Mm-hmm.
only one working at the farm, beside, of course, your team, but you really share your love, your passion for the Arabian horses with your daughter and your husband. Tell me something about this.
Yes.
How did you guys actually build this up? How do you live your daily family and horse life?
Mm-hmm. No, but we do most of the thing together, me and Joachim. I'm doing a little bit more with the horses, especially maybe the practical. But we are both educated in everything about horse semen. So we can do inseminations, collect stallions, everything like this, and also work with the veterinary. During the years, I prefer maybe to work more with the mares, and Joachim like the stallions and the lab work. So he also frees semen and do everything around. Yes. I'm the one that keep the contact with the clients. I also do all the paperwork like export, especially export with the semen. Now we don't do too much when we don't have Magnifique, but it was really a lot before all over the world. So we really share everything and yeah,
This
everything about the work. He also take the photos now
Well,
with
this
the horses,
makes
so
it
that's
even more
good.
special. And your daughter, does she
Yes,
like horses?
she like horses, and last week she told me she
Very
wanted
good.
pony, so I'm super happy. Even if she
Okay.
have Shalina actually as a favorite horse. So if you ask her who is her
She
horse
has
in the
good
farm, is
taste.
Shalina.
She has good.
Yeah, very good taste.
And Kathleen,
Yes.
now let's talk about your judge position. You became a judge. You already judged a little bit around the world. And why did you let's start from why. Why did you decide to become a judge, first of all?
First of all, and it's the same feeling that I have now, is actually that I love to see horses. Um, I have to say I love to be in the ring and see different kind of horses and learn every time. Every show you do, you learn so much about horses and pedigrees and everything around. And that's why I decided, okay, I see if I like it. And yeah, here I am. I'm still doing it and I like
And
it.
tell me about the next Swedish National. Are you participated it?
Yeah. No, this year we will not. No. I'm in the border of the Arabian Horse Association in Sweden, so I will help in the show, and we will have it this weekend. So Friday we start with Liberty, and then we will have a breeders' party and dinner, and an auction, and then on the Saturday we will have the show. And this year we have like 44 entries, and it's actually more than we had in some years, because the last year's been quite a low number, but this is more than we had, yeah, I think maybe in 3, 4, or 5 years. And for the first time, we will also have riding classes. So echo riding classes in Western Pleasure and Classic Pleasure. So
Fantastic.
this is really
Yeah,
nice.
the European numbers, 44 entries just
Yeah,
for the moment. It's very, very, very nice,
yeah, it
especially
is. It
because it's all
is.
from
Yeah,
just from Sweden. So this. So
yeah, that's true. We will also have a special award actually for the horse that is going both in the halter class and the riding class. So this is nice. And also some special awards for young handlers
very
to
nice.
push the young handlers a little bit.
So Kathleen,
Yeah.
you are a mom, a wife, a beautiful woman,
Yeah.
a
Yes.
breeder of horses, a very successful breeder of horses. You are a judge, and now you are also in the organizing committee of the Swedish National. Well,
Yeah.
yes, I am
Busy time.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's fun. I have to
That's
say
up
it's
for
fun.
you.
Yeah,
You
I
have all my
enjoy.
respect, and it's so nice to see really passionate people like you having success and really building every single step of your life, like writing your story day by day. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
Kathleen. Well, I thank you so much for. I hope one
Thank you
day
for being here.
I will be able to come back to your farm. When I was there, I had a fantastic time. So I have it in my heart.
You are super welcome.
So
Yeah.
much, Kathleen.
See you
Take care.
soon. Take
Soon.
care.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
And this was Kathleen Holson for our Insider News episode 6. So today we didn't have many news. One very important, which I remind you, Lot Zero of the Pride of Poland, follow us. And then we had some very nice talk with some important breeders around the world. Different countries, different difficulties, different people, different breeding program, but you can hear something special from all of them. So for tonight, it's all. We are going to take a little break in Arabian Insider in August. We will see you all at the Pride of Poland and then at the Prague show. But from now till 10 days, and then at the end of August, the Arabian Insider team will be a little bit in holiday. So I see you again with our Insider News episode 7. 7 at the beginning of September or end of August. You will not miss me so much. No worries. So thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to connect with us. Follow Arabian Insider. You can follow the Arabian Insider playlist on Spotify if you want to re-listen to all the interviews. And we also have a little news about the Insider News, but we will reveal you all in just a few days. So keep following us. I'm Francesca Ragno, your host for the Insider News. Have a great night. Ciao!